the issue of, in this case, Mr. Singh losing his seat is very low.
Leader of the Opposition and Workers' Party Chief Pritam Singh faces 2 charges of lying to Parliament. Even if he's convicted, legal and political experts say it's unlikely he will lose his parliamentary seat. Why? Singh's charges fall under the Parliament Privileges, Immunities and Powers Act and relate to him falsely testifying before a parliamentary committee looking into a lying controversy involving former WP MP Raeesah Khan. These are considered criminal offences and each is punishable with a maximum fine of $7,000 and/or a jail term not exceeding 3 years. Based on that, it appears Singh's position as an MP is at risk when we look at certain thresholds stated in the Constitution. Under the Constitution, if a person is jailed for at least 1 year or fined at least $10,000 for an offence, he will be disqualified from general elections for 5 years and lose his parliamentary seat if he's a sitting MP. However, according to the Attorney General's chambers, the prosecution will ask the court to impose a fine for each of the charges if Singh is convicted. This is based on the AGC having considered the totality of the evidence. In other words, the prosecution will not be seeking jail time, but a fine for Singh's offences. Even then, the maximum fine for each offence is $7,000, which does not hit the $10,000 threshold for disqualification.
The Constitution is essentially indicating that only certain offences, which attracts a certain magnitude of penalty, would render an MP losing his seat. So long as those thresholds are not crossed for an offence, then the issue of, in this case, Mr. Singh losing his seat is very low. There have been commentary, that suggests that because, in the event that he is convicted and sentenced to $7,000 on each charge, and that the total fine would amount to $14,000, that it crosses the $10,000 threshold. But when you read the Constitution, it provides for an offence. So 2 offences, you cannot add, the penalty for 2 offences.
Ultimately, although the prosecution is asking for a fine, it is for the court to decide the appropriate punishment if Singh is found guilty.
Well, the Attorney General, having regard to all the facts of the case, as well as the totality of the circumstances in which the alleged offences had been committed, has taken the view a jail term, would not be necessary. I think the public prosecutor has made the assessment that a jail term would probably be excessive. But we can be sure that, the defense, meaning Mr. Singh, will not be asking, for a jail term. So in that sense, both the prosecution and the defense are of the same view. If Mr. Singh is prosecuted, that a fine would suffice.
Singh has pleaded not guilty to both charges and said he will continue his parliamentary duties and town council responsibilities. A pre-trial conference has been scheduled for April 17th.